Hello everyone, welcome back to Cybertix. Today we are going to solve day 16 challenge of Try Hack Me Advent of Cyber, where we are going to see what is Azure Cloud environment look like and how Azure Cloud Active Directory works. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So let's just directly jump to our today's topic, where our learning objective is learn about Azure, what it is and why it is being used, and also about a different type of Azure services. There are mostly about 200 different types of services which Azure provides, just like Azure Key Vault and Microsoft Entra ID. So this Entra ID is similarly with the Active Directory, which we have solved the previous lab. If you haven't checked it out that video, so you can click it over here in the I button. So however, learn to interact with the Azure tenant using Azure Cloud Shell. So everyone knows about the Azure, but let's just start with the basics of the things. Like before diving into the glitch ideas of the attacker's part, let's just introduce some key concepts that will help to cover in the process, where we are going to starting about the introduction of the Azure to do. So it's all start the 𝗏𝗘𝗍 role as a cybersecurity expert of the 𝗏𝗚𝗡 really started to take off. Before the 𝗏𝗘𝗍 knew, 𝗏𝗏𝗍 was in very high demand and needed to create all the kinds of resources to help our organization duties. So all the stuff are there. So Azure is a CSP, cloud service provider, and CSPs other includes like Google Clouds and AWS, that is the Amazon Web Service, provide cloud computing resources such as computing power on demand in a highly scalable fashion. In other words, this 𝗏𝗏𝗍 could instead have Azure manage her underlying infrastructure, scaling it in times of increased demands and decrease in once the traffic resumed to the normal levels. So Azure and the cloud adoption in general boast many benefits beyond the cost optimizations. Azure also gave 𝗏𝗏𝗍 access to lot of cloud services ranging from the identity access management, that is the IAM of the data, ingestions, and also it contains 200 different types of services. These services can be used to build, deploy and manage 𝗏𝗏𝗍's current infrastructures over here. So let's just see one of the service of the Azure, that is the Azure Key Vault. It is an Azure service that allows user to securely store and access secrets. These secrets can be anything from API keys, certificates, password, cryptographic keys, or anything which you are going to store it. Essentially anything you wanted to keep the file safe, away from the eyes from the others, and easily configures and restrict access is what you wanted to use this Azure Key Store. And Microsoft Entra ID. 𝗏𝗏𝗍 also needed a way to grant user access to her system and able to secure a complete organization to their access easily. So where village town member could easily access or update their secrets. Microsoft Entra ID is also known as Azure Active Directory. It is an Active Azure solutions where Entra ID is an identity and access management, that is the IAM service. In short, it has the information needed to assess whether a user or application can access some of the resources or not. Similarly, our last Active Directory challenge, same thing over here. Assume a breach scenario. So they have created an environment where the breach has already been happened into the cloud environment, and now we have to investigate it. So we do not have to start any kind of attach box. So simply click on the cloud details, just click on join the lab. It will take 1 or 2 minutes to load. You will get the different username and password. So once it get, you have to click on over here. So I have already started over here, so let me just enter my username and password by getting the cloud details, credentials, username, just type it, and then password, copy it, paste it, never ask later. So you can see the domain, that is the portal.azure.com, where it contains the different types of services over here. So get started, skip. Okay, got it. Over here we can see all the different types of resources and also the tools over here. So directly not wasting any time over here. So let's just see. if you want, you can change the languages also in the language plus region, but we are going to use a language English only. So let's just understand the another service of Azure Cloud Shell. That is, Azure Cloud Shell is a browser based command line interface that provides developer and IT professionals a convenient and powerful way to manage Azure resources. Basically, it's a terminal where we can directly change the command lines from Bash to PowerShell as well. Mostly it provides two things over here: Bash and PowerShell environments, allowing user to execute script, manage Azure service, and run commands directly from the web browsers over here. So simply we have to directly click over here. So it is going to load. Let me just click it over here in the new tab and hit it over here. So we can simply just see whenever it is getting loaded. So I'm choosing a Bash. Now no storage account required, because this is just for the lab purpose. So we have to select the AZ subs AOC which they have already given, and directly click on the apply. So it is going to take some of time. So let's just understand what do we mean by other services as well. So including Azure CLI, Azure PowerShell and popular development tools, making it efficient solution for cloud management and automation tasks. Azure CLI, Azure Command Line Interface, or Azure CLI, is a command line tool for managing and configuring Azure resources. The glitch relied heavily on this tool while reviewing the variables tenant. Okay, so we have already started. Okay, over here, once it is going to be there, we will see if we will get a succeed, and we have seen that the bash is over here. Let me just use the clear command. Clear. Yep. So we are going to use. Okay, so let me just make it over here a little bit so we can start working on it. So at this point, we are ready to execute the Azure CLI commands in the Azure Cloud Shells. Now note that the following is the commanded which we have to execute. So AZ means Azure Active Directory sign in user show. So whatever the sign in are users, it is going to show us by using this command. So let me just make it little bit bigger. We can see there is only one sign in user, where the user ID is this, and all the details, what is the principal name, that is our the email ID. Okay, going down to the Azure rabbit hole. Now when the glitch got hold of an initial account in the where village Azure tenant, he had no idea what was inside it. So he decided to enumerate first user and then existing user and group within the tenant. So we have to enumerate the enter ID, that is the Active Directory over here. So we are going to use Azure Active Directory users list. So it is going to use a lot, like it will just going to show us the list of the users which are contained into the users, like Active Directory. Where you can see there are a lot of users contained over here, and we can filter it out by with this command, that is the Azure Active Directory user, using the filter tag where start with wv user hyphen and some kind of random text and display its name only. That is this particular tag which we are going to use it. So simply just let me clear the command over here. So let me just copy it, paste. Yep. So it is going to only give the display name where it is going to start with wv user alpha where, and also wv user backup where. This is the where we have to look into this backup where. Okay, you may observe that the unusual parameter was set to the specific amount. Once the output, it has the password offline office locations where it contains recover secrets. So I guess this is some kind of particular flag. So let me just copy it. Okay, copy. Let me just solve map. What is the password for the backup where leak? Okay, so let's just move ahead and see Azure group leads over here. Also, does it contains any kind of group? So we have to check, does this user is there in the group or not. So let me just clear the command. Yep, hit enter. and we can see there is one group where the group name is secret recovery group, and the description of group for recovering where will is secrets over here, and the group ID is this. So let me just copy it and see if we are solving any kind of answer. What is the group ID of secret recovery group? Yeah, this is one. What is the name of the vault secret? So I guess we have to directly go to the over here, and we can see all the different types of permissions which they had given over here. So AZ key vault, list it out. So Shift P and hit enter. Yep. Okay, it doesn't contain any vault till now. So I guess I have to go above and see what are the roles, and then okay, we have to log in into the user first. So I guess we have used this group list. Now we have to see what are the members are there into this particular group. So in that group we can see there is one user, that is the WV user backup where the password is also the same thing. Now we know the password as well as the email ID that is about user principal name UPN. So we have to log in into this particular role. So we are going to use --a assignee. So let me just copy this much of code, copy, Ctrl Shift V, replace with secret group ID where the ID was which we have got at the last over here, and hit paste where -all. Okay, I guess it is not going to give because I have not logged in. So let me just log in into that. So I'm clearing my all account logs. I am as a user, another user I have to log in. So Azure login, and where we have to give the username as the email, that is this. Copy, Control Shift V, I guess. Shift V, and then where the password is -p recover secrets. So just copy them. Okay, I guess V and hit enter. I guess it is not going to use it like that. So hit enter. Okay, authentication username which is already done, and now our we have logged in into this particular user. Now let's just try to use this. I guess I have already there, right? So let me just copy the command, paste it out, where we are just checking what are the roles we have. So currently we can see there are two roles over here where delegate name, creation, all descriptions, where all the ID is there. That is the provider Microsoft key vaults, and the secret of Microsoft where the assignment role is, principal name and the group name, every details are there. And we can see resource group as 𝗘𝗅𝗫𝗚𝗚𝗏, and the name is key vault reader, and another one group name is keyword secret user. I guess this should not be happen over here. So let's just see if we are solving any kind of labs or not. What is the name of the vault secret? So I guess this is the one, I guess a keyword user or the name, right? So let me just check. Okay, I guess we after that we have to use this particular vault. So let me just directly use it over here. Secrets, I guess, yeah, this is the name keyword where will the secrets over here. So let's just see this one by one. Is your keyword list. Let me just clear the command. Okay, where the location is this, and the name is where will is secrets, where we have to use this. So we are using a vault name as where will is secrets. over here, created, updated, all the names are there, and we can see 𝗃𝐽𝐴OC2024 is the secret name, right? So we can directly see it over here, unauthorized AKV. Okay, cool. Okay, I guess 𝗃𝐽𝐴OC2024, we have to name 𝗃𝐽𝐴OC2024 and hit enter. What are the contents stored in the secret of the vault? So also we have to check it out. So we can see user a vault key vault secret show where the name is, that is 𝗃𝐽𝐴OC2024. So let me just clear the command prompt over here. We have to use 𝗃𝐽𝐴OC2024 and hit enter. Cool. I can see the value, that is the where is my mind 1999. Okay, cool. So we have successfully solved the lab over here. So they had given a bingo. The glitch exclaimed as he has saw the above output above. 𝗏𝐾𝐷 has confirmed her nightmare that a regular user could escalate their way into the secret of the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 been taken to escalate the other users' privileges, and had a lot of been learned in this process. The only question that was remained, who was initially carried out this attack in the first place. There was a limited set of wares who had access of his tenant, and what are the sets of permissions of the town officials who performs governance validations on the tenant to ensure all the town's secrets are being stored securely. The focus then turns into the motive. The only thing accessed was the access key stored into the key vault, which grants user to evidence files stored elsewhere. The evidence in this file was relation to the recent cyber events in the month of 𝗏𝗏𝗏, where we will have to keep our eyes peeled in the following days to get the bottom of this. So I hope we understand this Azure. This task was just about to get hands-on with Azure Cloud Services like Azure CLI and the Entra ID, which is similar to our normal Active Directory. If you have any kind of queries, feel free to ask me in WhatsApp or Telegram community channel. Link is given in the description. I'll see you in another task. Till that time, goodbye and Jai Hind.